And we're wives.
Yeah, we're married. If you
In case you didn't get
understand
she
that
put a ring on it.
from the butt rub conversation, if you did not put together that we were married.
She's just my
we're
roommate.
just BFFs.
And I come in every now and again for a butt rub. There's a lot of stuff happening in America. In crisis, some people get to this base level of divisiveness.
I was asking myself, what do I want to do right now? What do I need right now? And how can I put those together?
That's so cute.
Oh, thank you.
You're so adorable.
Welcome back to another episode.
No.
Please, I never get to open.
Fine.
Welcome back to another episode of At Our Place podcast with Megan and Sherell. My name is Megan.
And I'm Sherell. That felt weird.
Why did that feel weird?
Just because you do it so like, I don't know, stiff.
You do, welcome back to another episode.
Okay, don't roast me. What's up, guys?
What's up? We are doing it.
You were so strange.
I didn't know we would
we've missed you guys.
We're getting back into the rhythm of doing this, so I wasn't sure we would be able to do it this week.
And that's because I've been postponing. I've been like, not today. So.
Postponing is a really nice way of saying we've been procrastinating.
I've been postponing and procrastinating. We've had like a busy week, you guys.
Yeah, let's catch them up. But first of all, if you're new, welcome. What do you want to say about it?
You gotta get a hang of yourself.
I threw off Sherell's rhythm because I opened the podcast.
I have ADHD.
I'm sorry.
And a TBI right now. So I'm just like trying to remember a brain injury.
Oh.
I'm just trying to remember like what was the structure. It's been a minute since we've done this.
Remember that we normally ask each other how we're doing.
Yes. That's what we skipped. So how are you?
I'm doing interestingly.
What does that mean?
I haven't been getting a lot of sleep, which is my own fault because I've been working on projects and stuff. So I'm tired this week. But
what project are you working on? Like,
I'm working on our website. I'm making a website for Speaking of Roses, and I've become quite obsessed with it. So I've been working on that.
I feel like you might have a little neurodivergency because you lock into a project and then you don't look up until like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I get really obsessed about projects in a sense, but yeah, I'm like, I don't know if it's just getting into the flow really hard and wanting to like finish something, work on it till it's finished, or if I'm special in that way.
I don't know, because what happens in my head when you get into that zone, like I've seen flow before, I've been in flow. But I've also seen that other thing where it's like you get a little crazy eyes and you get a little like panicky and frantic. And you don't eat and you don't sleep and you don't stand up and you don't stretch and you forget to drink water. And then when you do stand up, you just spin and talk about the project. And then you go sit back down and work on the project. It's very frantic. It reminds me of Hamilton. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Right, day and night, like you're running out of time.
Yeah,
so
I can relate.
That's that. I haven't seen my wife in a minute because she's in the zone.
But you're so sweet and you're so supportive. Like, I'm at the computer coding our website and Sherell's like, you're in the flow. Go for it. I'm going to go to bed. But
yeah, and then I lay in bed and cry by myself because I'm like, I want you to come in here and touch my butt. I don't want
TMI. My parents might listen to this podcast.
Well, if you're listening to our podcast, then you are a real one, which means you have to hear all the stuff that everyone else gets to hear.
Goes on behind the scenes.
Yes.
AKA me touching
It's
Sherell's butt.
It's a little nice. It's like a little pat before you go to bed. It just feels nice.
No, that feels
It's just soothing.
That feels like,
y'all don't do that. You should try it.
Like
you should try it with your
baby.
partners. No, it's just like a little, like Back scratches feel nice. Head scratches feel nice. Well, butt rubs feel nice too.
I did not know we were going to go there today. But
Well, that's not even. Just wait till we have a sex episode.
Oh, I don't want to do
She's
that.
blushing. You're so private. You know, when we were first dating, I thought you didn't really like me because you're so like PDA adverse. And like,
I am a little bit.
Like, you just get so shy talking about anything.
And it's not, well, I'm sure a little tiny bit of it was because I never was with a woman before. But it also, I just feel like in general, PDA is like, I don't want to be the center of attention. If me and somebody are kissing, like, we're going to be the center of attention.
Yeah, so. What's wrong with that? Two hotties making out.
It's inappropriate for the public.
No, it's not. Give the people what they want. That's what I think.
What the people want is comfortability and polite society.
I think I think PDA is fine as long as you're not like weirdly groping each other and being weird.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes when we play shows, and I love the people that come to our shows. By the way, if you don't know us, we play music together. As a duo called Speaking of Roses.
And we're wives.
Yeah, we're married. If you didn't understand
she
that
put a ring on it.
From the butt rub conversation, if you did not put together that we were married or like together in some romantic capacity.
Just my roommate. She's just my
we're
roommate.
Just BFFs.
And I come in every now and again for a butt rub.
I'm a masseuse. It's my profession. No, it's not.
What were you saying?
I don't know anymore. It's a slippery slope down to Buttville.
Buttville. Yeah.
Slippery slope.
You were saying sometimes we play shows.
Sometimes. Well, you were talking about PDA, and sometimes when we play shows in this one particular place, there's like gropey certain people that kind of come normally that actually not gropey now that you think about it, just kind of like funky dancers. Like they kind of scoot their.
You're rude like for that.
What?
What if they're listening?
Well, how would they know?
That's true. You probably don't know that you're one of those funky dancers, but you really are.
So many people come to our shows. How do you know that you're the one? They just kind of like pop and lock their hips in a way that I didn't know was possible.
They're jiving.
And I love it. Like without them.
I know, but the thing is they get awkwardly close to the mic. So then you're like singing
to them.
And they're like jiving at you.
Oh.
They're gyrating their hips at you.
It's like a little mating call.
It's like many. I don't know. I think it's just the style of dancing out here.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Everything you're saying is hilarious.
Well, thank you. Well, on the subject of PDA, I feel like I'm going to have to, like, when we start to have children and when those children are old enough to comprehend what they're seeing, I'm going to have to, like, stop, like, grabbing your butt.
No, we can't. Okay.
What?
We can't do anything. Stop holding your... She's holding her hand out as if my butt is right in it. Sitting. Oh my God. We're going unscripted if you haven't noticed. Off the script. What was I saying? I just keep getting distracted. Can you help me out, please?
I was saying that when we have children, I can't grab your butt.
Yes. And put your hand away. And then I was going to say that we can't do that type of stuff around them anyways.
Yeah, unless they're like a little. That. I literally said that.
No, you said we're going to have to stop at a certain age. I'm saying like from the beginning.
What?
Unless they're like.
Little baby's not going to know
maybe
shit.
0 to 1 years old. We can like kiss in front of them, but nothing else.
Hold the phone. We're going to be kissing and making out at all times. Doesn't matter what age our child is. I want them to see healthy love.
But maybe not making Ow.
No, not like full making out. I'm going to
just
kiss you,
said
but I'll
making
kiss you.
out.
I'll kiss you more than a peg.
No,
Otherwise, we're not having kids.
No tongue. No.
Otherwise, we're not having kids. Those little fuckers are not coming into our house hey.
Whoa.
Listen.
Now I have to click the explicit button on our podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do that anyway because of the butt grab.
I know. That's not exactly. Actually, I don't know what constitutes as PG-13 and...
Not this.
Nope.
How are you today, babe?
Today, updates about me. I started meditating and then I haven't been for the past few days.
It doesn't constitute as starting if you only did it like one time.
No. Okay, so you'll find out that Sherell left me for a week.
I left her for another woman for a week and then came back.
Yes, for a family friend. That is, our parents' age, so nothing to see here.
Hey, cougars.
Something you want to say to them?
Not at all.
Something you want to say to our Coogie friends?
You go live your cougar life. We're not into that.
Well, they didn't ask. They did nothing wrong. So, yes, I began this meditation practice 5 minutes in the morning, going on YouTube and finding a guided meditation. When you left, and I've done it every day, and then what are you laughing at me for?
Because I haven't seen you do it once and I've been back all week.
Well, you can. Well, that's the point, is you don't see me because I go off in private, but I did only do it the first day you came back. What is so funny?
I go off in private one time.
And the okay.
Anyway, Megan's doing this new thing called meditating, and she's not doing it anymore, but
Okay,
she did do it. She created a new healthy habit for 1 week.
Oh, okay. Can I tell you something that I did keep up? It was, I did keep up at the end of every night. I have a little journal next to my bed, and I write down little moments of my day that gave me, what is it? Serotonin.
What that little pink sparkly book is next to your bed.
Yes. Yeah. Our friend gave it to me.
Cute.
So it's special. It's not just a little pink sparkly notebook.
Okay. I didn't know I had to qualify it as special. Just asking.
Plus, it's doubly special because it holds so many little joyful moments that I've had. And I started it because I listened to a podcast episode with Jay Shetty and some other dude. And this guy's like a brain neurologist. And he says, change your mindset. Write down things at the end of every day that are joyful moments. So I've been doing that. And he also said to wake up every day. And instead of saying, oh, I'm so tired, which I do all the time, waking up and thinking, it's going to be a great day. So that's what I've been doing every single day. Haven't stopped for like at least 2 weeks.
I'm proud of you for that, baby.
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good. Let's see. I was gone for a week. Glad to be home, but it was fun to be gone. I was up in Sacramento with some friends who were going through a hard time, so I stayed for 8 days. Just help them like walk their dog and take care of their home and them. So
Their dog is so cute, by the way.
I want that dog.
You kept sending me pictures and it's this little tiny poodle.
He's so cute. He's a small little poodle. And I wasn't really crazy about poodles, I'll be honest. Because I had a friend who has a full grown poodle. And it's like it could see into your soul.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Poodles are just sometimes can be really like intense. Like
maybe they're like
ones.
really calm. I don't follow the astrology signs or something, but I wonder what like sign poodles would be.
Well, this poodle, I didn't see it play one single time. So she was...
Oh, the older poodle.
She wasn't old.
Or the bigger poodle.
Yes, the big poodle. She was like just really intense with just... And she was tall too. So she was like a big, tall poodle, and she would walk regally around the house, and she would just watch you.
Okay.
And she just like, I don't know, it was like kind of being around a queen. It's like, you're not going to be my pet. You're just like kind of intimidating.
Okay.
But this
Dog
poodle was like a
dynamics.
mini version of that, and he had floppy ears, and he was so cute.
Yeah. You sent me videos of like you chasing it around the house, and it was the cutest thing ever.
He became my little buddy. He followed me everywhere.
Well, I had a fantastic week while you were gone.
Well, you had alumni weekend at your college.
I did, and it was awesome. I used to be a part of the marching band. I used to play the cymbals. What up? The coolest section of the band.
Honestly, you guys are the hype.
We are the most genuine of the band, to be honest. Like, I'm still really close friends with pretty much everyone from that. But anyways, you came with me to watch the football game.
The VIP experience, I would just like to say. No. So the marketing department / whoever else was involved with this created a VIP club at the end zone on the football field.
Sports. It's like the bleachers but fancy.
No, it's like, yeah, sure. And it's like catered, and it's just like front row seats.
We got treated
to the whole thing. It's like unending amounts of alcohol and food.
Yeah, it was really nice.
And you get this VIP badge thing you get to wear.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you're very important.
We got spoiled. So that was right when you came back from Sacramento.
Yeah, I literally was like, okay, I just got off the road and now.
How did you do with that whole time? Or if you want to talk about how you're feeling right now.
The whole time, like, on my trip?
Like, how are you doing? Continued.
Oh, I'm good. I had a great time in Sacramento. I've always really enjoyed that city. I didn't get to explore too much because I was primarily there to be with my friends, but it was really fun to be there. But it was also like I got to step into the role of caregiver. And I feel like I haven't had that hands-on of a role since like our Caius died. So it was just...
You're going to make me cry out of nowhere.
I'm sorry. It was good. It was a lot of... it was intense to constantly like be the one taking care of somebody or people. But it was also a really sweet time with people that I really love and hadn't been able to spend that time with in a while. So
that's so nice.
It was good. And I'm glad. Like, it sucks to have a busted ankle, and it sucks that it takes forever to heal. However, it's been kind of awesome that my life has slowed down enough to go do stuff like this with the people that we love.
Yeah,
so it's like
I'm glad
a blessing.
Glad you were able to go there and be just the kind, awesome human that you are.
And it was kind of nice to be away from you.
Hey,
it was just, it's like, I did miss you, obviously, but it was like,
me too.
I'm a person who used to like just travel on a whim, you know, just go on a trip on a whim, move to a different state pretty much on a whim, like just do stuff on a whim. And it was fun just to have like my own little space. And I brought my camping, like my cot, and set up a space in their living room and just had like my own little space. And I'm so connected to you all the time.
All of the time.
So it was really cool to have to like call you or text you to keep up with you instead of like, I know how your day went because I saw you all day.
What's funny is I feel like much earlier in our relationship, if we were ever gone for, I think I had gone on a trip with my family once and then I came back and it was so strange. Like, whoa, we don't normally have this time apart and it's like weird to see you for the first time after you come back. And this time it was like, I don't know, it was just kind of like nice to have that time apart. I don't know. I reconnected with my independent self, and I also had to be intentional with myself because if I wasn't intentional, then I would have been like sad every night, not doing anything.
Did you cry when I was gone?
I didn't.
Oh, man.
What? You wanted me to cry?
Yeah.
Oh, boo-hoo, I miss Sherell. No.
It's okay.
I did. I mean, we texted all the time and called all the time. I just was forced to be social a little bit more than I'm used to. And I was afraid of feeling lonely when you left. So I made a whole calendar. Monday night, I'm going to try this class at the gym. Tuesday, I'm going to call my friend who lives in LA. And Wednesday, you know, I tried to have something every day that I could do if I
You were probably busier than me.
Well, and I went, there's this dog beach where I can just let our dog off his leash, which now he's behaving badly because he thinks he can do whatever he wants. But I went there a few times and it was really refreshing to be in nature, be at the ocean. Just, I don't know. Something about it felt really rejuvenating.
I'm glad to hear that. I think I sat around a lot because my friends were like injured. So
yeah, recovering.
Yeah,
so you were just hanging out with them. That's nice too.
It was a lot more downtime than I have had in a long time, which was good. But it was also like not downtime because I'm like taking care of people. So
yeah. Well, anything else new in your life? Oh wait, I forgot to say something that I saw on our podcast Spotify.
What?
You guys. So I asked the question last episode. We asked the question.
It was Megan. I didn't know she did this. What was the question?
It was, and this is on Spotify. You can answer it. It's, what's your favorite Disney movie out of these 4 or 5? Or maybe it was, which one should we watch next? But either way, the answer was Lilo and Stitch.
No.
Which means you have to rewatch it with me.
Fine. Why do you like that movie so much?
Why do you hate it so much?
I don't hate it. I feel like it came out at a time where I was like phasing out of animated movies.
Yeah, you actually don't.
I'm older than you. So I grew up with certain animated movies and then I was like kind of phasing out of those and into like action movies.
First of all, one does not simply phase out of animated movies.
You do. We all get that. We all get to that age where we're like too cool for animated kids movies.
We all get, okay. That's false.
I'm saying, even if you come back to it, I feel like it's very common. Maybe it's just me, but it was like, that's something my little sister would watch. My sister grew up, she's 4 years younger than me. So my sister grew up with like loving Lilo and Stitch. But when she wanted to watch it with us, I was like, what is this little thing?
Well, it's cute.
So I think I was like just a little too old for it. Doesn't mean I won't enjoy it now, because now I love jumping into funny movies from our childhood.
Well, thank you for being open to rewatching it with me, because I like that movie. It's funny and it's cute.
I like how the sister, what is her name?
I think her name is Nani.
Why was she in charge?
She's like 18 or 17 or something, and I think their parents had died. Maybe?
She fully became in charge of her little sister and this weird alien. Just saying.
Just saying.
At like 18.
Can you imagine?
Like, I think I was figuring out how to wash my laundry at 18. I wasn't taking care of a whole human and an alien.
No, that would be a lot of work.
Just saying. Weren't the CIA involved or something?
Yes, there was a guy with the sunglasses.
Bubbles. Yep. I remember him. Because he looks exactly like my brother.
Does he?
Uh-huh. Picture my brother with sunglasses on.
Wait, which
Phil? Picture my brother
with
sunglasses
God. That's wild. Uh-huh. That's so funny, actually. But yeah, I needed to bring that up. And thank you for answering our Spotify question, because we do check it.
We do check it. So on the note of watching things, we've been watching the Golden Bachelorette.
Oh, yes.
Megan, you got me hooked in this, and it's your fault.
Yeah. I feel like we're at the risk of sounding so just like, what's the word? Surface level. Do you think so?
No.
I'm just talking about TV shows. Like, there's so much going on in the world.
Okay, well, we can talk about that big fight we had. No,
that's not the world. Also, what big fight?
The fight we had when I came back, and we went on we sat on a bench.
Oh, no, I don't want to talk.
We sat on the bench and talked about the state of our marriage, which is great, by the way.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay, back to the Golden Bachelorette. I was talking about like, climate crisis and
yes,
everything
there's
that's
several
happening.
hurricanes that are happening right now in America.
And they're bigger than ever before.
Okay, well, let's actually talk about that real quick.
You first.
Shut up.
Inside
Honestly,
joke.
there's a lot of stuff happening in our country right now. We're in America, and there's hurricanes happening. There are shootings happening, and there's a crazy election happening in like 28 days or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it might be nice if we all just collectively took a breath.
Okay, why don't you guide us through that?
Okay, everyone, breathe in. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slowly release it. We're gonna be okay.
You say that. I'm just thinking like tomorrow's not guaranteed,
It's really not.
Yeah, so I mean my heart is devastated for everybody's lives that are being destroyed right now because of hurricanes.
Yeah, and I'm angry, honestly, because he who must not be named keeps spreading misinformation and blaming the president on the weather. He's saying that it's this administration's fault that there's a hurricane.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just it's frustrating to see how in crisis some people can divert and get so, it's like they regress and they get to this base level of divisiveness and cattiness. And I miss the days when our nation just rallied together when we were going through crises. So,
Yep.
like, I remember 9/11 and we rallied after that. So there's a lot happening. Be safe out there. I know there's actually a lot happening internationally too. Megan and I have wanted to get like a newspaper.
Yeah. Did
like
you
the New
order
York
one?
Times. I didn't because I wasn't sure if you wanted to, but I want to.
Because I saw the local one in our mailbox, but that could have been our neighbors. Actually,
I think our neighbors are ordering them.
I was like, should I take it? No.
I feel like whenever I have a thought of, I want to do this, our neighbor does it. I wonder if they've like wired our house, like tapped us.
No.
How would you know?
Anyways, we want to get a real newspaper to be old school, I guess.
Because
Hold it in our hands.
I don't know where you get your news, but like I get the news on my phone every morning and evening.
I guess just Instagram, which is not always, I mean, it's always stressful, but then I'm like, if I ignore it, then isn't that just ignoring the stressful things going on in the world? So there's that.
Yeah, it's this, especially in 2020 and 2021, when there was a lot more marches happening. I kind of sat with this paradox where I would get really frustrated at people who are not in the Black community because they would get fatigued, seeing the news and being involved. So I would get frustrated because they would get fatigued, and I would think, well, I can't get fatigued because I freaking live in a Black body, so I don't get to shut this off. So I think there's this, but at the same time, I understand that compassion fatigue is a real thing, and you can't fix everything.
Yeah.
You can't be all at once.
Well, and sometimes I lovingly, from the bottom of my heart, sometimes I see you almost like burn out on social media, maybe. And so I feel like for me in those times, we had such a we've had a relationship during a lot of crazy times in the world. But yeah, like I was learning so much alongside so many other white people about how to be better allies and just being awakened to all of the horrible things happening in the world to Black people, just like current day. So it was just a huge learning curve, and I feel bad because you kind of had to deal with me. But there's just also just so much graphic stuff on social media, and it's hard to have a balance of staying in the know and then not. Like, I think the first thing I did when I woke up today was not meditate, which I should have done, but I went on social media and then I got really, really stressed out. It was like a little bit overstimulating for the morning of here's this bad thing happening and this other bad thing. And it's like, whew.
Yeah, there's definitely a buzzing, and I feel it every election year. But there's definitely a buzzing because it's like, I really need to stay focused on what's happening in this election and do my part. Like I feel more of a responsibility now than I ever have at any election before. Cause like, I know what we got ourselves into last time, you know, I'm not saying I voted for him, but still.
Yeah. Last time.
Yeah. Like I know what happened last time. So the stakes are pretty high during this election because our candidates are not the same. They're not equal.
Stakes are the highest ever.
And especially for Megan and I, like our family, for the sake of our, you know, our grandparents, our parents, and our future kids and us, like there's so many things on the ballot this year. So we're voting for Harris. If you are in America and you're eligible to vote, do it, register, vote for whoever you feel compelled to vote for, do your research and vote.
There we go.
Yeah. So but on that, there's just this buzzing. It's like everything is calling for my attention and my focus. And it's just, it can be so draining.
So you went on the week-long trip, you came back, like you were putting out a lot of what is it called, you were serving a lot with friends and
it was like a lot of output.
Yes, that's the word, lots of output. So I'm going to ask you something that our friend always asks us, and I'm going to steal it. What are you going to do, or what are you currently doing to replenish yourself? And I credit that question to our friend Yanana Rose, who's a folk singer, Americana. I don't know the genre.
Yes, she's great. I think I'm going to walk more. I started walking when I was in Sacramento because I just needed, well, one, their dog needed to be walked, but two, I needed space to just like think and drop my shoulders and move my body. So I can't work out the way that I want to yet, but I can walk. So I think walking in the sun, because we live in California, so we don't have all that crappy weather. Sorry, guys.
Like hurricanes?
No, I just like, it's October.
Oh.
There's so many places in the country where it's like rainy and sometimes snowy and just cold and windy.
It's really nice here.
And it's nice here pretty much all year round.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm going to walk outside and enjoy it.
If you can walk outside, walk outside.
Yeah, and also read. Because I got back into, I have a few really good books that I'm reading. So
you are currently doing that, or you're like, I'm going to do that
I stopped in Sacramento, but I think I need it for my brain health.
I love that. My little bookworm.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. Well, I'm going to start meditating again in the mornings. It's good. It's a good practice. It's a good practice to be still.
I'm
with my
not
body.
laughing about your meditating. I'm just laughing about how you like became this whole new person when I was gone, and now you've like reverted.
Well, here's the thing. When you were gone, I really asked myself every day, every moment, what do I want to do? Why are you checking your email?
I'm not. I don't know why it won't stop.
Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, what was I saying?
Babe, you were in the middle of a whole sentence and a whole thought. Finish it.
I'm trying to finish my thought. I'm amazed at how my brain has stopped functioning in the same way that I expect it to.
That's just aging. You better start taking your vitamins
Aging.
now.
I'm 27. That's nothing.
Babe, I have found white hairs.
On yourself. Speak for yourself.
I have like little gray hairs.
Okay.
But not on my head. I found them like on my arms and legs.
Necessary information.
I'm just saying, like, my arms are aging, but my head's not, so.
Fascinating. I'm pretty sure you're the same age, top to bottom.
I know, but black don't crack, so I don't want gray hairs yet. But if I do get gray hairs, can you imagine how good looking I'll be?
Yeah, when it's like, if it's like consistent.
Nah, I want it to be peppered.
Okay.
And then I'll dye it like a streak.
I mean, any way you'll be, that sounded bad. Any way that you will be is wonderful.
Uh-huh.
I love you and I'll always be attracted to you. You'll always be my partner. No matter how consistent or not those little gray hairs come in on your head.
Well, I plucked them right out when I found them. So.
Nice. Okay. All right, y'all. What I was saying was what I'm doing to replenish myself when I was alone by myself, all on my lonesome without Sherell.
That sounds like it's about to get dirty. Keep going.
Wait.
What'd you do all by your lonesome, all by yourself without me?
Well, one thing that I did was every moment I was asking myself, what do I want to do right now? What do I need right now? And how can I put those together?
That's so cute.
Oh, thank you.
You're so adorable.
Thanks. So
In like a respectful, honoring way. Like you're adorable, but also like that's really wise.
Thank you. Just came out of me. What did I say? I said, I don't even remember.
You said, what do I need to do to be...
what do I need to do to be happy? And what do I need? Because sometimes actually more often than not, I think I don't want to go be social. I don't want to go walk on the beach because I'm in my PJs or whatever. And then it's like, what do I need? Probably maybe one of those things. And then I practiced not feeling guilty last week.
Oh, yeah?
Because some friends were in town. This was the whole alumni thing. And I thought, I don't really want to go to the lunch gathering that they're doing. I'm going to see some of them later. And I just felt guilty about it. And I was like, I really need to convince myself to go because normally I do need to convince myself to go socialize because
she's a little more introverted than I am.
Yes. And I know that I feel happier after socializing most of the time. And I probably would have. But then I thought, what if today is the day that I can overcome that and just, I don't even know how to describe it, just to not feel bad or not to feel like I should go and just to think, oh, I should not go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to describe it.
You chose not to go and you chose to be okay with your decision to not go.
I chose to be happy about it. Like, oh, you are lucky to be in my presence. Not this time.
You're so cute.
So I think that is what I'll try to continue to do alongside my little gratitude things and trying to have the positive thinking.
I think I practiced when I was gone. I practiced not worrying. You had me worried that one time.
Yeah, I had a glass of wine with my friends and I didn't hear my phone ringing because you were like, it's late and where are you?
Well, you had gone to dinner like earlier that night and it was like hours later. So I said, hey, how's it going? And then you didn't say anything. So then an hour later, I texted you again. How's it going? And then it was just weird. Like it had been several hours and you hadn't responded at all. It was several hours past the time where I thought you would have already been home.
Normally I'll text back within like an hour or something. So I understand the multiple messages. Like,
it's like,
oh my gosh, what's happening?
Several hours, and I was like, where the fuck are you?
And in this time, I was with my friends, completely harmless.
Well, I didn't know that. I heard you were hanging out with guy friends, and I was like, a group of guy friends from college. We don't know who they are today.
Which I do.
Like now I know who they are. Like I guess I just didn't know the group. Like you didn't tell me all their names. So I was just like, oh. Because if you had told me, oh, it's so and so and so and so, I would be like, they're good.
I did.
She's safe with them.
I think I did tell you.
You told me one of the guys.
Yes.
So I was imagining like this group of like 8 guys that you're hanging out with all from college. And I was like, where the fuck is my wife? And then when I checked your location, because we share locations when we're like away from each other, it showed you in some creek in some forest, like behind all of the restaurants. And I was like,
which is funny.
What are you doing there?
Because it was like right next to where I was, which was over a creek, but I wasn't there. I was right next to it. And I think I did when you were like, oh, I like texted you. I was worried about you. I think I felt a little off put because I was just enjoying myself and I was handling myself and I was drinking my glass of wine, hanging out with friends. And that's pretty much the only reason I didn't hear my phone. And I was just...
No, and just to clarify, like I fully trust you. I'm extremely protective of you.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like, you know, I used to be a woman of my own.
Yeah, but you're not anymore.
Well, so that's where I understand. Like you gave me some time. You were like, okay, after an hour, after 2 hours.
3 hours of time so that was between texts. And I'm like, where are you?
Yeah, where I understand it is like, it's unusual for me. If it was usual for me to like not respond quickly at all, then that's whatever. But I
probably have like my own stuff to still work on. And like, I think I've just seen a lot of chaos in the jobs that I've had.
That's fair.
Where I have friends who've almost been trafficked. I've helped women in that sphere. Like I've done a lot of work and been up close to a lot of chaos and pain. So then I imagine my wife, like, you know, I'm not there to protect you and I haven't heard from you. And I'm like, she's in a creek. She's up a creek.
Oh my gosh. Well,
anyway,
I appreciate
I'm working on my, it was a good test for me. It was like, okay, she survived without you before you were here. So
yeah,
I think that, okay, well, her sister's actually just pulled up. So
my sister's here.
Go let her in. She's knocking.
Okay.
Rachel! Lico, come.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that slight little interruption was Megan's sister just pulled up. So. What's up, Rach? I get to roast you in person. All right. Well, you guys have an awesome week. We're going to practice being intentional in those areas we talked about. Megan's might actually finish her habit of meditation. She might continue it this week.
We'll see. I'll let you keep me accountable. No,
I'm not going to do that. That requires me to wake up early, and I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't do that. It's my alone time, and I'm going to the couch, so you can't listen to me do my whatever.
Not obsessed.
Okay. Anyways.
All right.
Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.